Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Mayfield down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go, defense.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And he completes it to Hunt. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ready.
94 is the mark. Here we go, here we go. Check 43.
General West. Get it.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set 50, plant. Hey, high 7.
Come get some.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really be demoralizing.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Wild Bill. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
X3, 218, chopper. Clear. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Another run, this time McCaffrey.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Hey, let go.
51, Mike, 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
We go. 60 or. Hey. Five.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Get the ball.
Let's go.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. He's going to fire one down deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Collins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 18 on the play.
And a London first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Point it right. I'm here all day.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hurry. Check 55, Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's get that ball right.
Get it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Break.
53 to Mike. Bring it.
Speed grip.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Stick. His throw incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stick looks to throw it again. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off play action, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stick from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Terry. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stick looks to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Look at me. Zipper. 94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. Hey, exit. Get in the weight room. 94. They go.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Caught by Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
54, Mike, 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Genard Avery. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Whip. Hey, Orbit. What's the whip? 94 is the mark. Lee Griffin.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Hey, Roy.
On second and 15 now. Mayfield looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
I know you feel that.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, it stays up. Able to power through. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be third and long.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check. 51 the mic, boy. 51. He can't hit.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Jets' 45-yard line.
Hey, alert! Hurry!
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50. 180. Not today.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, high 7. Check 99. Check 99. I got you.
Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stick back to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Go, go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Now Stick. He's got a rifle one deep left side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in